Where do you see futures funding industries 3 years from now? A more regulation, consolidation, or innovation?
So, as far as like innovation goes, right? Like you can only be as innovative as the market itself, right? So the futures market is pretty cut and dry.
Hmm.
Now, firms can do things to like assist traders, like you had mentioned before, like maybe break down their risk model. And like if they did this here, they could improve over here, right? And
Hmm.
again, that's something that we're looking at. As far as consolidation, I th- yeah, I believe that there'll be consolidation across the space. I think there's some wild number of like 61 or 68 futures firms right now. And granted
Hmm.
we're one of them, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
I don't pretend to be, anything special to a degree. So we're one
Mhm.
of those 68, but I do see consolidation. Regulation, I know it gets thrown around a lot. Um, there's a lot of people that may or may not have influence on social media that talks about regulation this, regulation that. Um, Anybody's free to check. You can go to the website, the CME group or CFTC, and there's been zero talks of regulation in regards
Right.
to the space. I do believe that more firms will transition to a live model, meaning like
Hmm.
how do we move traders into live,
Hmm.
you know, at a more efficient rate, instead of
Right.
just constantly stuck in sim.
Mm.
But I mean, I haven't heard anything. Um, the people that I work with haven't really heard anything about regulation. So, I mean, the exchanges love the data fees that the funding evaluator
Right.
space brings, right? Because every single trader that signs up
Hmm.
is a data fee.
Right.
So, you don't want to kind of bite the hand that feeds you to a degree. So as long as the two work together, the exchanges and the firms, yeah, I mean,
Right.
as
And
far
that's
as go ahead, sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no problem. That's the way I see it. As long as everybody's eating, then there's not going to be much said.
No,
So
no, and like I said,
yeah.
I mean, you can go to the CME group or the CFTC. They post all their meeting minutes on there. There hasn't been a
Right.
single one about regulations of funding evaluators
Mm.
spaces. There hasn't been it. So,
Right.
as long as everybody's playing nice and everybody gets to eat, yeah, you know,
Hmm.
we keep paying our bill. They keep providing the data.
So, what lessons has Halcyon learned from mistakes other prop firms have made?
So I think, one of the largest mistakes that I think some of the firms that failed is they don't really take their time, right? Like I
Mm.
talked to a gentleman a couple days ago. He sent us an email. He wanted to, my guys call it pump us, pump and juice our firm up and sell accounts. And the meeting started off. He's like, "How's it going?" I said, "Great. We're just taking our time." And he was like, "Taking your
Right.
time? What do you mean?" And I don't believe that firms do that. I think that it's such a rush and they just want to get as many people through the door as they can. And you see the pitfalls, right?
Mm.
I mean, there was one firm, they changed the rules every week. It was an ongoing joke, like, "Oh, it's Friday, let's change the
Right.
rules." Like, you got to take it easy. You got to take it slow. I'm not in a race with anybody else. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I can take it as slow and easy as I need to and make sure that we're providing the best environment and the
Mhm.
best product and the best resources to our traders that we can. Not having to change something being 3.5 months old, I think that's a real testament to saying, just take it a little bit slower. I don't
Right.
need 1,000 people saying this is the best firm out there and they've been open 30 days.
Right.
Like,
Right.
that's crazy shit to me, man.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know they're the best firm? Why?
Right.
Because they sell a $40 account? Turns out they weren't that great. And I think that's
Yeah.
where a lot of
Yeah.
them go wrong, man, is, they just they miss the mark. They miss what it really means. And again, to kind of like back that up, like we're a real firm over here on the right, you know what I mean? So like we have data that maybe a lot of these people might not have. It's good to have a dream and hope and want to be in this space, But if you're not prepared, I mean, that's where the consolidation comes in. That's where you just
Right.
get ran completely over, or you just shut your doors.